I just bought this truck off of Facebook Marketplace and then sold it before it was even finished and before we could even make full videos on it. But I'm gonna tell you the story, and I made the coolest music video about buying crap off of Facebook Marketplace.
Bought it off Facebook, what could go wrong? GMC Canyon feels tough, feels strong. Seller said it runs like a dream on the road. Click the message button, yeah, I'm ready to go. Kick the tires, check the rust, none to run. The engine ground like a beast I was sold. Shook his hand and the story was told. Keys in my hand, but my doubts creeping. Did I win or lose? Brakes squeal a little when I hit the stop. Radio crackles, but the AC's hot. Tank was empty when I drove it away, but the Canyon's mine now, come what may. Bought it off Facebook, what could go wrong?
So I start my day out basically like anything else. I get up, go down, make my coffee, jump on the old computer, and start running through ads, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay. I mean, there's deals to be had on eBay. eBay is a upper class seller. You're going to find better quality vehicles there because eBay does have some guarantees that they abide by. So you can't be over there selling junk. That's why Facebook Marketplace is so popular. Good old Mark Zuckerberg, he doesn't hold anybody to any type of accounting whatsoever. But found this GMC Canyon, and low miles. It basically, for the year 2004, it's in pretty good shape. Guy says that he has it all serviced, but there could a lot of rust underneath. So let me translate that for you. Frame is rusted out. Most of these have this issue, okay? Especially with a 2004, It's a tubular frame that GM made for these. They don't hold, cheapest metal, the manufacturer who makes the frame was so embarrassed of how crappy this metal was that they didn't even bother to put their name on it. GM outsources a majority of stuff. They just, get it all in and assemble it. Not like what it used to be. But either which way, took 6 days. 6 whole days to get a hold of this guy. I don't know what is wrong with people that they put ads in to sell something and then they disappear. They go on a, 2-month excursion vacation. Just... So finally, after 6 days, this guy gets back to me. Oh, I've been busy. I sell a lot of stuff. I really do. I have a full menu daily, 7 days a week. But it's amazing how I can find time several times a day to check all my ads and my emails. Call me silly. I also don't run around with a phone attached to my behind, using it as a TV and social media broadcasting device. I like to do things professionally, hence this. But either which way, told him I'm ready to go. I just need your address. I got cash in hand. I'm going to come over there with my flatbed, pick it on up. So he messaged back and says, well, I don't think it should be driven. Here's another thing with people, and it never used to be this way. People used to be able to use their eyes and their brain, and, now it's like you need to pull out crayons and construction paper. Gonna bring over my tow truck. You know, tow truck, flatbed, bed come off the back. The truck go up on there with the cable, and then it sit on top of, and then you take it down the road. Let me draw that out. Little stick guys, little arrows. You know, right. So trying to maintain some purpose of, calmness. It's like, no. And I spaced the words because obviously it's, too much information. Bringing space, flatbed tow truck, space. What space is space, your address? Oh, well, I'm home now. Well, no shit. Well, what's your address so I can come over there and pick it up? Finally, after, it was 23 messages. Finally got the address. Go jump in the tow truck, head on over by his place. Put the cash in his hand. I said, where's the title? Obviously, unbeknownst to you, I put down there, I says, I'm going to bring my tow truck, put the cash in the hand, give me the goddamn title, I'm going to load up the truck and go. Oh, well, I thought you were going to look at it. Can you go get the title? Have you got the title? Well, yeah, I'll go get it. Okay, great. I'm going to start loading it up. You got the cash in your hand, right? You're not going to lose it between here and the house or anything like that. Oh, no, I'm good. Okay, well, holy balls. So load it on up, bring it on over to the shop here. And once again, even though he wasn't willing to admit it, I knew that the frame was shot on it. One side over here, you could see that the truck bed was already hitting the cab, so the frame had given away already. They make parts for this stuff. It's not that major of a situation, I guess, if you know what you're doing. Even if you don't know what you're doing, I mean, jacking up a vehicle, getting the box squared up again, and getting rid of all the rust and grinding off the rust and putting in a new piece. And in this particular case, it's 4 pieces. I, did both sides right away. Weld them on in. Brand new frame again. Okay. Brand new frame. The only thing that really surprised me with this is that the cost of these frame parts for the Colorado and the Canyons are just absolutely absurd. I do this frame repair on F-150s all the time. It costs me $400 to do the whole truck. The Canyon, it's like $600 to do both, one side. So it's $1,200 in parts. But unbeknownst to me, I have a friend, friend, I guess, that runs another tow business in another town. He had a guy that came from Utah, and the vehicle that he was driving, a small truck, the transmission grenaded on it. Wasn't worth, he felt it wasn't worth repairing. And that's good for me. So my friend had told him, I said, hey, I've got a guy, flips vehicles, and he really gives a crap of what he flips. He doesn't like putting out garbage. So do you want to go over there and talk with him? He always has stuff for sale. So there I am at the time, finishing up the welding on this side, and I've got shoes I can see underneath the truck. A guy out there, So I got out from underneath, and we talked it out. Said that he wasn't gonna do anything with his truck, and if I wanted it, I could have it. And I said, well, I've got this truck right here. I says is the lowest price truck. It's going to be $3,000 when I get done. But I says I need to finish the other side up. I need about 4 hours to do that. And then we want to take it for a good long drive with my scanner attached to it. I says, you can drive it, and I'll just, run my scanner as we go. We don't want a situation where you get 10, 15 minutes on down the road and then the check engine light and the wrench light comes on, and I says, you know, you go into grenade mode. So I said, we want to check all that, and plus change the oil. That stuff is blacker than molasses. So he, you know, I've got a waiting area, per se, so, and a store right across the street from me, and he goes over there, gets some food, comes here, eats, and actually grabs a nap while I'm working. I don't know how he could do that while I'm hammering on the frame and stuff like that, but I got her all finished, went through, and we took it for a drive, and he's like sold. He Venmo'd me the $3,000, and I threw the title at him, and down the road he goes. You know, it's one of the things when you're flipping vehicles, or you're going to buy a vehicle from Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay, whatever the case may be, you got to be prepared, you know. Have the money there, have something ready to go get it. There's millions of people that are just ready to jump on, you know, anything that's decent on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, etc. And do what I do, you know. Some of them just do it a few times a year. Some people like me do it multiple times a week, you know. But either which way, I hope you enjoyed the story here. Hope you enjoyed the cinematic background that's going on. I liked this particular channel. I like to have a lot of fun with. Down in the description, you know, down there, I have a whole bunch of videos listed. The first video that I ever did, which you know, if you don't love it, I'm here to tell you there's something wrong with you. We actually made like a movie trailer. It's it's pretty fun. A bunch of our other most popular videos. So go check that out. And by all means, you know, subscribe so you can find us again. YouTube is always shuffling the cards. And a lot of times you find something you like and then you can't find it again. So don't be afraid to subscribe and later on go, well, you know, I gotta get to the next video. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. I don't care. I'm just doing this. I'm having fun. All right? Hope you enjoyed that story.